one person that's getting pelters, one person that's getting absolutely pelted on the timeline about this whole Drake thing, Mimi the music blogger. I am actually a big fan of Mimi the music blogger. Like, I actually normally like her opinions, but I feel like over the last few months, she's been on a bit of a mad one. She's been talking a lot of shit, I'm not gonna lie. She's been sounding a little bit, I won't say dumb. Is it dumb? We say dumb? She was sounding a little bit dumb with some of her opinions, I'm not gonna lie. Even though she's not dumb, clearly. And I'm not too sure if this is like an attempt for her to go viral, or if she generally does feel this way. Either way, people on the internet aren't really responding well to her. The only problem is a lot of it is insulting, innit? A lot of it is like, when they don't like what she says, they immediately go for her looks. And I feel like that's a really lame. Because I feel like if Mimi the music blogger wasn't dark skinned or black or a bit big, I feel like the response would be a little different. Like if Mimi the music blogger was just the way that she is now, but mixed race, I feel people wouldn't respond to her with the level of vim they do. I think the way that especially guys online talk to Mimi the music blogger is a bit mad. Just because she has a very, maybe her opinion isn't the best opinion. Like I said, maybe she's generally talking out of her ass and she's generally not making any sense. Like the thing that she made, the hot take that she had about DJ AG needing to flipping gatekeep his amazing like sets that he does outside. That was obviously dumb and incorrect, but it's not necessary to then start attacking her looks, calling her out of her name and shit and just being very mean for no reason. She might have an opinion that you don't rate or you don't respect, cool. There's no need to attack what she looks like. And I feel like she only gets it because she's a black woman, in my personal opinion. I feel like if she was a bit lighter, if she was mixed race or whatever, people wouldn't say that. The UK is fucking weird, that sort of shit. But hey, here it is. So let's go through what she was talking about, because she said some things that people really didn't like. The first one, let's go through it quickly here. She says, she said Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all of a sudden I'm out of the country, LMAO. Obviously taking the piss out of, Drake headlining Wireless. I'm not going to be here. I'm more of a Kendrick fan. Another one, she says, all right, let me shut up, LMAO. Sorry, I've changed. Another one says, UK ninjas are going to deride Drake till the wheels fall off. It is well, Shah. She replies and says, they already been commenting via Instagram. They prepared for this moment. I hope they are in the Mandem list performing. She says X. Another one, which is the one that people got really annoyed by. So he could have been doing this the whole time, but only now he is. The things people have been waiting for. Wake up, guys. LMAO, you are being used. But hey, what do I know? Enjoy. Oh, look, she says she said my little saying. What do I know? So I guess she's trying to suggest that Drake could have done this a long time ago. He could have put on a live event, a live show where he brought out the Mandem, but he didn't, which I don't think is accurate because he's always had some UK guests appearing on these sets when he performs here in the UK. Or maybe she's suggesting that he could have done what Wireless are doing himself. I don't know. But I don't think this point makes any sense, really. I'm not going to lie. And I also don't think he's using anybody. Like, that's the wrong way to go into this. It's not a case of using anyone. It's just more so, I would say it's more so an opportunity to showcase and platform artists from here. If it was anybody else, if this was maybe Kendrick, then you'd maybe have more of an opinion to get annoyed by, because Kendrick doesn't really have any ties here, and he's definitely just going to do his set, He's going to headline 3 days, fucking kill it, and that'll be it. So it'll be a very transactional relationship type of thing, or, whatever. But I feel like with the Drake thing, with him being so in love with the UK scene, specifically London, he's definitely going to pay homage and have people up on there that probably, maybe wouldn't have got a shot if he didn't, have them up on their stage. So I think that'll be a big look for everybody concerned. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Even if it's just Central C and all them guys, that's still big. That's still a better booking than what Wireless would have done. Wireless wouldn't have never put Central C, Dave, Skepta, who else? Wretch. Who else can I think of? M. Honcho. All these people, they probably would have done them all in one day. It would have been a bunch of American people because they love putting on American. So I feel like, oddly enough, this Canadian artist will end up putting on more UK people on that day than Wireless would have done themselves. Most likely. That's why I hope so anyway. That's why I hope to be the case. Then she says, trying to do reverse psychology to get my opinion. Sure, you're going to get it. Because somebody said to her, how comes you ain't giving post your Central C album reactions after making a comment on the album before it came out and saying he was going to give your opinions? You're moving like every other UK person. I think you was different. So essentially, this person, whoever they are, is replying to the fact that Mimi, the music blogger, had some really weird hot take where she was like, oh, this album from Central C is really important. He has to really smash it out of the park. If he doesn't, it's almost like his career's on life support. That's what that, to paraphrase, that's what she kind of said. And I didn't really understand why she even said that. Like, I don't know. I don't understand why the debut album, or kind of the debut album from Central C, will be that pivotal, especially considering the amount of industry push he has behind him. Like, don't get me wrong, I really love the album. I said categorically that I think Central C's album was definitely the best debut album from any UK artist since Boy in the Corner in terms of living up to expectations. I think he did really fucking well. I understand why people don't like him, because he's a bit, you know, I won't say monotone, but he's a little bit, you know, there's a certain rhythm about him that maybe you can get bored about after 5 tracks. But he does what he does very well. And I think he showed on the album that he has the ability to create different records, which is a really good thing. And it's not just the same type of thing. It can sometimes end up sounding like it, but he tries to do different records. So I didn't really understand. And also, like I said, his face fits. You know, not to be that guy, but his face does fit. And you know, he kind of seems like the industry darling. So it was unlikely he'd fail. So I don't understand why she was all like, "Oh, this is make or break for Central C." It's like, not really, you know, not really. Even if the album was average, he still would have done well. He's got enough fans. He's big out here. Like, it was never gonna go any other way than it went, you know. But I could be wrong. Let's continue. She says, "You know that kid who got dropped by their main bitch and suddenly wants to beg the people they're afraid they're aired for ages? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening. You know the kid who got dropped by their main batch and suddenly wants to beg the people they aired for ages? Yeah, that's exactly what's happening." I don't know what that means. Another one, she says, "Alexa, play Crew Love." And I guess she's doing this thing of like not really giving her opinion, but like kind of giving it in like a weird, vague innuendo way, which maybe I guess is annoying some Drake fans. Maybe, I'm not too sure. Or maybe the people that don't like her don't like the fact that she's not saying what she wants to say with her chest. But I think she's within her rights to be vague and to kind of beat around the bush if she wants to. If that's the way you want to deal with this and talk about it on your platform, then so be it. I don't see how people are getting so annoyed by this, by the way. She says here, "Y'all don't want to hear me, you just want to dance," Andre 3000, which I don't think is a bad thing. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think Drake saying it in the bar, like, fuck the battle rap shit, I just want to make songs for the bitches. Like, I don't think it's a bad thing. I think there are some people out there, Madam Joyce being a good example, who legitimately don't want to activate or work their brain. They don't want to have any level of thinking when it comes to music. They just want to move. They just want to dance. They just want to shake their ass. So if somebody can do that for them, then I don't think that's a problem. And I also don't think it's a problem that some of the fans don't give as much as of a shit of the lineup and the fact that it doesn't have a lot more UK people on there than maybe she does, you know? Both people can be right. Let me shut up and I'm off for wine and I've said it. No, let me shut up. I'm off that wine and I've said I've changed. LOL. And that one says, "Day one, can we get the Central C album review, please? Leave me alone, LMAO." So I guess she's refusing to say her opinion on the album because she's afraid of the blowback. That's something that's very unique basically to the UK. If you guys aren't from the UK, you won't know, but the UK music industry is very weird like that. In like, people don't really give it up the way they do in the States. Maybe in the States you guys are a little bit too, you know, too wild with the things that you say, which is understandable because the country is fucking huge, and most likely if you give your opinion on the hip hop or cultural stuff, it's very unlikely you're gonna bump into these people in real life. But I guess maybe in London or in the UK, because the music industry is based in London, most people live here. Most likely, if you do say something crazy about somebody, you might bump into them at an event, and no one wants to be, you know, no one wants to be pressed in public. So maybe that's why. But there is this thing about UK people not really giving it up the way they should when it comes to album reviews, when it comes to critique of artists, singles, all that sort of stuff. People are very touchy, are very sensitive, are very afraid. So you get this sort of stuff, where she's not, I guess, giving a Central C opinion, and people want to hear it. Someone says, "Anyway, it's Sunday. Let's talk about the nail on the cross. Hey, sometimes I need to remember people don't want to know WWE. Don't want to know WWE is fake. Let people have their fun. I swear." Another one says, like, "Now I'm seeing tweets about you a hater and beef. Like, oh, child, no one knows the difference anymore." Okay. Another one. Another person says, "Go dance for your daddy because clearly you guys can't see your greatness. The Mandem will be one OG from your scene, and he'll bring his Mandem one nostalgic moment and 2 current top boys and co-sign the underground scene. and you will eat it up. Remember I said this. But why is that a bad thing though? If that is the case, if Drake does bring out one mandem, one OG from the scene, who brings out one of his mandem, who then brings out one nostalgic moment and has two current top boys, that's still better than what Wireless would have done. That's the thing though. It's still better than what Wireless would have done. So I don't see that really being a big problem. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Like, if Lowski comes out, J Hus comes out, Pai Sulu comes out, I don't know, M Honcho comes out, like, you know, what's that girl? What's her name? Is it Chai Cartier? The other one with the fucking big tits. Imagine she comes out. Like, Jesus Christ, man. That's already more than Wireless would have ever done. So I don't really see that being a bad or a slight thing. But I don't know. I could be mistaken. Another one says, I'm done. Anyways, I'm done talking. Next topic. Never the next topic. It's always the same thing. She goes on again and says, you're the mandem in your ends, in your area. Man called you guys backup dancers, but can't name everyone else. Okay, but I'm the mad one. Like, come on. But it doesn't say backup dancer. It says the mandem. Why is it always so... Like, maybe this is the reason why the UK is bad vibes. Why does everything have to be so negative? Why can't it just be exactly what it says in the tin? Why can't it be him saying the mandem as a way to pay homage and to, you know, to respect the mandem and to basically describe the mandem? Why does it have to be derogatory? Why does it have to be demeaning and be backup dancer shit? Why there has to be emasculating? Why can't it just be what it says in the tin? The mandem, which is the mandem. Drake's friends and friends of friends. Who knows? Anyways, how's everything, guys? Another one. Oh, this is Mega from So Solid Crew, which is funny because Mega from So Solid Crew, instead of having his own Twitter account, he posts via the So Solid Twitter account, which is hilarious to me, to be honest. Like, it's kind of, you're afraid of building your own profile because you know no one's gonna follow you, so you just piggyback off the official So Solid Twitter account. But anyway, big up Mega. He says legends are not called the mandem, TBH. We call them by their names or brand. Oh my God, people in the UK, man, get over yourselves. It's not that deep, bro. Honestly, if he brings out So Solid Crew to perform 21 seconds, that's still gonna be a moment, even if it is the mandem, because we won't remember the flyer. We'll remember the fucking videos. We'll remember the fucking video uploads from randoms. We'll remember people going crazy and moshing in the crowd. No one's gonna remember that flyer when everyone's on stage. Like, honestly, please. Megan needs to relax. Another one says, I woke up half the timeline celebrating, the other half telling Mimi to shut up. Mega from So Solid again says, UK respect yourselves a lot more. UK entertainers respect yourself more. UK promoters respect yourself and your... Brother, man, we can't do anything in this city, bro. The licensing laws, like, that's why DJ AG has to perform on the streets. That's why people have to MC into a fucking boombox. We don't have the licensing laws anymore. Most clubs don't even allow, like, most clubs, they have to fucking, what you call it, send a lineup to the police to double check it so you can put an event on. I know, I put on raves. Like, it's not the place it once was anymore. That's why you don't get most of these people performing in clubs anymore. You have to see them in fucking venues that are owned by fucking, guess what? Live Nation. Like, the scene is messed. Like, this is the best we can do for what's available now at the moment. There's nothing else that we can do, bro. Unless people start protesting. Unless people start picketing out their local council and shit. You know what I mean? Contesting some of these crazy council kind of stipulations and shit. That might be the way to go. But blaming the youth, like, come on, man. We work with what we have. Like, we don't really have much. Like I said, like, if there's a prime opportunity for another UK urban festival, no one does it. Everyone's doing festivals and events in Malta, in Greece, all these fucking destination things. Why? Most likely because it's really hard to do them here. Why does everyone have day events? Because you can't put on a night event with fucking niggas. Most councils don't allow it. So you have to put on a day event from 12 to fucking 10 p.m. Most people are putting on events in Croatia and Malta. Why? Because you can't put on fucking weekend events with niggas with microphones on stage. Like, London is fucking bad vibes like that. It's not. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Another one says, she's not pissed. She's just speaking her mind about music in blog form because she's maybe, okay, shut up. That's glazing. She's not going to fuck you, bro. Another one says, not in direct response to this, but recently been seeing a lot of if it was Kendrick rhetoric going around. I hear your angle, but hear this. If it wasn't, will not be, has never been. Oh, shut up. Another one says, I need to Another one says, even if you really didn't hear what she was saying, attacking Mimi when you're disagreeing with her only hurts us as creators or consumers. Yo, man, she ain't gonna fuck you, bro. And she's a big girl. If people are attacking her look, she can attack them back. It is what it is. Another one says, your niggas need to stop talking to Mimi like that when they disagree to her. How about if they don't? How about if they don't? That's the internet, innit? How about if they don't? People have gotten way overboard with this censorship. How about if they don't? How about if every time Mimi says something, people just keep calling her a black cunt? What about that? What about that then? Does she stop talking? Does she censor what she says? No, you keep standing on your shit. If you believe what you say it with your chest and keep it moving. It's not that big of a deal. But hey, what do I know? Another one says, the validity of whatever you say automatically means nothing when you don't know how to properly articulate yourself when speaking to people, especially a woman in this. Man, allow it. Allow this mollycoddling, man. It's the internet. Everyone gets it. Everyone gets it. Disabled people, black people, white people, gay, whatever. Everyone gets it on the internet. If you can't handle it, get off the internet. Allow this shit. Another one says, we usually speak about the lack of British women in hip-hop media, but if you consistently denigrate and attack us just because we're visible and vocal about the genre we love, one day they won't be. Man, allow it, bro. Like, I understand. People are attacking her mostly because they disagree with what she's saying. Some are going overboard and being mean, but the genesis, the foundation, the reason why they're attacking her is because they vehemently disagree with what she says and they think she's talking out of her ass. That's all it is. She's free to say what she wants. They're free to say she's chatting shit. Maybe the extra vim and the extra fucking, you know, whatever on top is a bit too much. Cool. But this people attack isn't gonna stop. Like, if legitimately you're a woman and you're seeing how Mimi is getting attacked online and it's making you scared that you don't want to share your opinion on music, you were never gonna make it, and you're never gonna share your opinion anyway. If you're afraid of words on the internet, you were never gonna make it. It was never gonna happen for you. Anyway, another one says, when they're mean to Mimi on Twitter, okay, again, man. Okay, hope she likes that, by the way, bro. Deep how they only target Mimi and not anyone else with the same takes, because she's the only one talking shit for the most part. That's as big as her. No pun intended. Come on, man. Even if niggas don't agree with Mimi, how brain dead do you have to be talking down to her looks over a nigga you don't even know? It's the internet. Welcome. Some people talk about Cristiano Ronaldo like they know him. Some people talk about Manchester United, myself included, like I'm actually involved in the club and have any say-so. That's what people do when they're passionate. Like, allow it, please. Another one. Guys like Traplo Ross move around unimpeded, but Mimi is who gets all the ag. I can't put. What do you mean move around unimpeded? What do you want people to do to Traplo Ross? Because you made a documentary about Central C, you want Traplo Ross to get what? You want him to get beat up. You want him to get rushed. You want him to get stabbed. Me, the music blogger, like she's just getting mean words thrown at her on social media because she says something that some people don't agree with. Some people do, some people don't. It doesn't mean people are attacking her. Like, words are not violence. No one's ever gonna convince me otherwise. If you've been in a fight, you know what fucking violence is. You know what hurts more. But somebody calling you out of your name doesn't hurt as much as somebody punching you square in the nose. Please allow it. And no one's gonna punch you in the nose because of something you said on Twitter. It's fucking Twitter. It doesn't fucking matter in the grand scheme of things. God damn. Another one says, live these Mimi responses tweets because she's sharing an opinion are bare embarrassing. Niggas can't take no short of alternative. Yeah, they can take it. She just can't take it. That's why she's retweeting these things. This is a massive cope, by the way. Retweeting these compliments is a massive cope. If you're trying to retweet these things to kind of get people to kind of be on your side, you're coping super hard, in my opinion. Because, you know, it's like, it really isn't that deep. She thinks the Mandan thing is derogatory, is demeaning, right? It's not respectful. She thinks maybe more UK people should be on the thing. I agree with her completely. But some people don't. It is what it is. Another one says, Mimi, not to be the target for your man's nonsense. Back in the day, you man would have got blood eagled. Oh, okay. All right. I guess so. Now, because what happens in the economy of social media, because she's retweeting things, people are now going to keep saying nice things about her, not tagging her, hoping she retweets, you know? This is how this game works. Because everyone's noticing she's retweeting, she's got a large platform. Okay, hopefully she retweets. Man, people need to lay off Mimi, man. She's so nice. And then you know she's going to retweet you. It's like, oh, yeah. Nonsense. Nonsense. And that was basically, another one here, DJ Short says, seeing Mimi slander on the timeline makes me sick. If you weirdos don't want to consume anything beyond the surface level, that's fine. But don't shit on folks that enjoy analyzing the art and culture, especially Mimi, one of the best and brightest minds in music culture. No one is saying she's not bright or the best or whatever. People are just talking about the opinion that she put out there. That some people are disagreeing. Not even everybody. It's just some people on the internet are disagreeing with her opinion. Especially myself. I just think it's based in cynicism. You know, it's automatically negative. It's going to, it's expecting the worst at all times. It doesn't need to be. There's loads of nuance that's associated with this lineup. And also, it's not that serious. It's just a fucking music festival. Do you know what I mean? Like, it really isn't. Wireless doesn't, Wireless isn't the be-all and end-all of UK music. It's not really. It'll be better. It'll be more beneficial if we had other options, but we don't. Maybe someone else should step up and make another option. If not, let's take what we're given and make the best out of it, innit? Like, I don't know. Another one says, I don't think we cherish black UK culture enough. I'm sorry. I don't even know what that means, by the way. I really don't know what that means. Like, how don't we cherish it? We got artists back in the day, you couldn't even make it as an artist if you were black and you didn't make pop records. Roll Deep had to make that fucking, remember that Roll Deep song where it was like about traffic lights or about lollipop something? Horrible tune, but they had to do that to have a career. You couldn't have a career here if you didn't make a drum and bass song, if you didn't make a jungle song, a pop record with fucking Ellie Goulding. You had to do some of that shit. Now people are making careers, becoming multi-millionaires off of records talking about drilling. Unprecedented time we're living. It's probably the best time ever to be a UK artist. You can come out here with like piercings all over your face and sell a bunch of records. You can come out here with a shiesty on and talk about the darkest shit ever and also sell records and make a bunch of money. It's the best time ever to a UK artist. So if anything, we are cherishing black culture because that's a part of black culture. People are killing it now. No pun intended. And I think this guy is a guy from Recess, right? I think so. If it's the same guy, I think it's a Recess guy. Is that him, Joseph? Is that him, same guy? Yeah, it's a Recess guy. So he's a good example of it. Recess is one of the biggest and bestest of the UK events that we have out here. Independently done. They do amazing festivals, events, circuses and all this malarkey, overseas events also. I think they've got an exhibition coming up in one of those galleries. I think maybe it's a Tate soon as well, celebrating UK culture. So people are doing it. So I don't understand why Wireless booking Drake for 3 days is indicative of us not celebrating UK black culture, where we celebrate UK black culture every fucking day. Like, look on the timeline. Look at Grime Daily. Look at all these platforms. Made You Think, the Shade Borough. They're all celebrating UK black culture. Look at these events. Like, I don't understand why people are, I don't know. Maybe I'm too optimistic about things. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm just too positive. That's the problem. Maybe I'm just too positive. Either way, big up me with the music blogger. Hopefully the abuse has stopped and it isn't as mad as it was. But I did see some people say some crazy shit to her. I think I saw some girl actually who said some really wild shit to her. I think, where was it? I think it might be this. This is a tweet that people are upset by, right? Big up Trichonomics. Nah, Mimi was spot on with her gatekeep take. It's because we don't gatekeep that we get Drake as the main. Nah. You're conflating two different points, my friend. What's it? Trichonomics. You're conflating two different opinions and points. The DJ AG gatekeeper situation is stupid. The whole point of DJ AG's platform is to have everybody, whether you are big, small, whatever, performing in front of an audience. Because nowadays you can't perform in front of an audience, like I said previously, because of these draconian licensing laws in most London boroughs. It prevents a lot of people that look like me and people that make music that people like me listen to can't perform in certain places. Even fucking nightclubs, even bars, you can't perform. You have to put people down as special guests. You have to maybe not put them on the lineup, have them just pop up. But you can't have people perform and put on shows, playing their music, talking into a microphone, singing to a microphone. It's very difficult. So DJ AG's platform is a good way to get those people to perform, and also a good way for people who maybe had, long given up on their dreams of becoming an artist to perform their music in front of people anyway. It's just a fun thing to do. To gatekeep that is like, it's almost like gatekeeping open decks nights or open mic nights. You don't gatekeep open mic nights. The only hurdle you have to jump over is just to attend the event. And then you get the opportunity to maybe perform in front of a crowd and also a chance to kind of build a community, to meet different people and shit. It's fucking sick. So I don't think that should be gatekeeped at all. No way, shape or form. And if people that come on there on DJ AG's stream, if there's shit, people say it. He even shows it in his face. You see him be like, oh my God, this person's terrible. But that's the beauty of his platform. Sometimes you're going to get some dog shit people. And sometimes you're going to get someone who you never heard of, spitting in fucking Punjabi, absolutely killing it. That's the whole point. And if you gatekeep that Punjabi person wouldn't have got on there, that shit person wouldn't have got on there, and maybe Skepta wouldn't have even seen it. That's the reason why that place is successful. And I actually like that he mixes it up. He would do like a specific link up thing with like Central C in like Coco's. He'll do like a Pacific thing with Skepta and JME, but he'll still give back to the quote unquote streets, still give back to regular people, and still allow people like you and I to go in there and do what we need to do if need be. I don't think there's anything wrong with that personally. I thought that was a horrible take. I agree what she partly says about maybe needing more UK people on wireless festivals, but this is a debate that happens every single year whenever a wireless festival lineup comes up. Like, let me show you another lineup, actually. I think I might have it here. Yeah, this is a lineup from, look at this lineup. This is from last year. Last year's lineup. Look at last year's lineup for wireless. Wireless festival lineup last year. Headliners were on Friday, Nicki Minaj. On Saturday, 21 Savage and J Hus. On Sunday, Doja Cat. So they've always been like this. They've never really rated or put UK artists on the pedestal of headlining all 3 days or each day. The closest we got is J Hus sharing the headline duties with 21 Savage, which I think is a bit of a par. I think J Hus should have got that side of himself. But then you look at the other people performing. Ice Spice, Sean Paul. Another one here, Future. On the Saturday, Ashake, Gunna, Sexy Red, Friday. Who's not, again, Friday should never be in, you know. It's like, there's people here that are better than these people, but they don't platform them. On the Sunday, Doja Cat, Rima, Tyler, Digga D, well, Digga D's from here, Uncle Waffles. Like, you don't think there's a UK girl DJ that could have smashed it and played instead of Uncle Waffles? Do you know? So they've always done this. So people being surprised that this is the case is dumb. I think what Drake's going to do, he's going to be able to kind of satiate both people. The people that want to see international acts play on that platform, and the people that want to see maybe more UK acts be given an opportunity to perform on that platform. Would it change things long term? Probably not, because next year they'll probably go back to what they do normally. But I would like to see some people offer solutions and not just complain and offer other options, because there is a prime option there available. There's a prime space opportunity for someone to set up their own festival that focuses on urban music in the UK, that is mostly about urban music in the UK and maybe in Europe, and not American acts. That's possible because a lot of these artists are killing it, selling a bunch of records every week, you know, #1 records, #1 albums. They should be given the, you know, like, you know, why does the Central C have a headline date? You know, he should probably do it, but maybe he's not because he's touring around the world. Who knows? But regardless, that shows you that, you know, they've never really been on us like that in regardless. But hey, what do I know? Let's continue with the comments here. Big up Mazza. I hope Drake brings that little brother's hilarious. Big up Fashion Roadman, Wagwan G. To be honest, Mimi is one of those people that sees an issue with absolutely everything. Yep, agree with that one. Big up Young Odd Vibes. Mimi problematic, very much. I won't say she's problematic. She's just like, I guess when I first interacted, or when I first saw her on social, I think I thought she was very nuanced and had really good takes. But as I've kept more of my eye out on her, or my eye open, or seen her come across my timeline, I've noticed she talks a lot of shit mostly. That DJ AG like opinion was really off base. It's like, why would you wanna, like, the whole point of why people love this platform that he has and what he's doing is because it's no gatekeeping involved. It's the complete opposite of gatekeeping. Why should he need to gatekeep? That makes no sense. Maybe you probably need to gatekeep stuff like NTS Radio and shit, maybe. But even those platforms, you know, like, I don't know. Big up Fashion Roadman, Mimi and ZZ, typical toxic vibes, see the issues with everything and sad because there's so many amazing female journalists in the UK that bring nuance to the conversation. Exactly. That being said, I think people go too far. Disagreeing with someone and resorting to slurs is a bit wild to me. Yep. Yo, big up Coiler in the chat as well. Big up Trichonomics. Was always under the impression that Mimi's gatekeeping take was specifically AG gatekeeping his platform for being co-opted by industry. No. I don't think so. Trichonomics. I think Mimi's, again, I could be mistaken. If what Mimi the music blogger said is what you said, that her comment was about him gatekeeping his platform from being co-opted by the industry, i.e. keep it for the streets, then she's right and I'm wrong. I take it back. But I think what Me Music was trying to get at was that in that week, I don't know what's her name. I don't know what that girl's name is again. But that girl that went viral for a bit on like UK Twitter because she was saying she was part Nigerian, but she isn't. I think she got on one of the sets when AG was playing outside. She got on one, you know, she performed and she's quite shit. So everyone was obviously making faces and, you know, telling her to get off the mic. But as DJG, it's a kind of, you know, it's a democratic thing. Everyone gets a chance. However many minutes you get to perform them in full, no matter how dead you are. So I think what she said was in response to that, oh my God, this terrible girl is on there performing. AG needs to kind of gatekeep now because now he's just letting any Tom, Dick and Harry on there. But I'm saying that's the whole point. The whole point is to allow any Tom, Dick and Harry on there, because when you allow any Tom, Dick and Harry, you may find a fucking diamond. And that's the complete opposite of how the UK run. The UK is run kind of gatekeepy, you know, like if you aren't in a certain cruise, if you don't have the certain coastlines and shit, things can be difficult for you, which is why people say UK is bad vibes, partly, but that could be wrong. So some people quoted what music blogger said. Another one said here, said a person here said, if Beyonce was at Wireless and announced the Galdem, you'd be online right now buying cowboy boots and a hat. That's very true. Another one says here, some of you are fighting her for the right to back up dance in your own backyard. Father in heaven, will you people stand up and take your head out of that man's bum? I don't, like, is it really bad for people to be excited, especially if you're an artist? Is it bad to be excited that one of the biggest artists in the world also happens to be a big fan of UK music? So you know he's gonna do it justice. Like, is that a bad thing to be excited about that? You like him anyway as an artist and he's performing here. Like, why is that a bad thing? You know, like, I don't see why it's a bad thing. Like, especially nowadays when everyone's so quick to say what they don't like, everyone's so quick to criticize, but then when it comes to fucking talking about things that you enjoy, you like, you don't talk about it. You know, or you try to act too cool for school. It's quite nice to see people on the timeline enthusiastic and hyped about a festival coming up. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not mad at it in the slightest. Here's a clip of Drake coming out one time. I forgot what this was for actually. Was it a Skepta?
You know what?
It might be. Was it a Skepta event? It might be a Skepta event. I'm not too sure. But this is a clip of Drake coming out with the Mandem. Skepta's there, and a few other people too. Be up Sion as well.
Hey, can I just do something real quick? Can I do something real quick? I managed to emphasis real quick. Can I just do something?
If you're a mentor,
Like, how could you not be hyped for that? Like, even if you don't like the guy, like, the vibes will be fucking immaculate. How can you not be hyped for that? I really don't understand it. I guess if you don't like him, it makes sense. But trying to frame it as if this is like a spit in the face to the UK industry is like, not really though, is it? Another one says, oh, this is a good point. Big up this person. The caption says, what's the difference? And in the picture is a lineup for the pop out that Kendrick did, which featured just LA people, right? For the most part, which is really good, I think. It was a really good performance, by the way. You fucking killed that. And it features the pop out Kendrick and friends. Exactly. So what's different from saying Mandem and friends? I guess Mandem is now derogatory, even though everyone says it, you know? Especially from here. It's fucking funny. The goalpost that got wheels on the way. Oh, y'all move it. Exactly. Big up this person. Another person here says, wasn't Kendrick's pop-up marketed Kendrick and friends? What's the big deal? Another one says, this is what you get when an American divisive vibration starts to sprinkle into the rest of the diaspora. Another one says, the Mandem was clearly to get people hyped and it worked. Why on earth would you put a negative connotation on it? Exactly. Another one says, fucking whale, which is again too much for me, but hey, I guess it's the internet. Another one says, when PND had his concert in Toronto, it was called PND and Friends. The Friends ended up being an entire Drake R&B set with a Roy Woods appearance. Using this logic, Drake was just and Friends and his own city. Stop being so fucking dense. It meant to be a surprise. Exactly. Especially nowadays when there's no surprises under the sun anymore. Fabrizio Romano fucking ruining any surprises in the football transfer fucking industry. Now we're going to get a genuine surprise. No one knows who's going to be appearing. I'm sure it's going to leak at one point, but we have no idea. Will it be the conglomerate? Will it just be the standard, you know, Skeptas and fucking Central Seas? Will it be some whole other thing? You know what I mean? You never fucking know. You never fucking know who might end up appearing on that fucking stage. But I think overall, it will definitely be a net positive. Like, imagine if he brings on, what's his fucking name? Imagine if Skywater is one of the fucking guests. Imagine if Skywater appears on there. Like, goddamn. Oh, music blogger and you never heard of surprise acts. Another one says, look at what K-bots have done to rap. Everything has to mean something. I don't think it's a K-bot thing. I just think, you know, some people just are a bit miserable. I don't think it's a K-bot thing. Another one says, coming back to this app after a break makes me realize people make something out of nothing. How is this even a conversation people are engaged in? Yeah, that's something I've also realized about Twitter, I think, in general. Maybe social media I think Twitter in general, and also the UK. Twitter is a miserable, negative place. Like, I get why people are very much anti-Twitter. People are like, no, I don't have a Twitter. I have an Instagram, I have a TikTok, but people are sometimes very, you know, stern in saying, no, I don't have that. And I get it, because this platform is just, it's made for being like snarky, you know, for being miserable, for being negative, right? For complaining. Like, even myself, when it comes to football Twitter shit, I'm only effing and blinding, wishing death on people, like being so toxic. Something I'd probably never do in real life, but Twitter just brings it out of you. You know what I mean? So I'm not surprised that I'm not surprised that she's saying what she's saying. And I'm also not surprised people are reacting negatively to what she's saying, because this platform is just ripe for that sort of stuff, innit? It is what it is. But hold your head up, Mimi. It'll be good. Keep sharing your opinion. Just don't be so sensitive when people snap back, especially when it comes to artists they love, because people can be weirdly passionate about these type of things, as she's passionate about the things that she said. But I don't think it's that deep. I really don't think it's that deep. But again, I could be wrong. I could be wrong.